out here tonight on Shohei Ohtani's 50-50 bobblehead night, and tonight is the 50 home run portion of that bobblehead. So hopefully for those fans who were here back in May to get the stolen base portion, they now have the complete set. So, Jerry, we know something about Shohei Ohtani. He loves putting on a show when it comes to his bobblehead night. So we're going to take a look back at some of those memorable moments. Let's first start. August 28th of last year, it was the Shohei and Decoy bobblehead. Ohtani homered and had 2 stolen bases. His first bobblehead night this season, and he hits a walk-off to beat the Braves.
I mean, of course he would, right? You get an off-speed pitch, diving away from you off the plate. I mean, that's just a grown man right there. That is just pure strength. I think he would tell you that's not the hardest hit ball he's hit all year, but that just shows you how good of a hitter he is. For him to stay on that pitch, go the other way. I mean, that's how you hit all these bombs. You're not going to pull everything. Love to see it from Shohei, and love the celebration at the end.
Now we've got Decorte everywhere in the stadium. And then, Jerry, let's now go to May. This was the first portion of the 50-50 bobblehead giveaway. Ohtani hits 2 home runs, has 6 RBI, and a 19-2 Dodger victory.
I mentioned going the other way. When you have this type of power, it allows you to stay back, trust your hands, and go a little oppo taco there. Outstanding job staying square. And then a pitch down in the middle of the plate, dead center field at night. Line drive homer once again. 2 bombs on the night.
Well, it's very clear that when it comes to Shohei Ohtani and his bobblehead nights, the numbers just don't lie. Today, Shohei Ohtani carried the load with 9 strikeouts. He was able to get some run support, but the stuff looked good, guys, huh?
He was outstanding. When you throwing that fastball at 100 miles an hour and having that 12-6 hammer, it is so fun to watch. I love the way he was able to navigate against that tough Reds lineup.
Yeah, I love the sharpness of the curveball tonight, you know, keeping it down in the zone on the lefties and the righties, and mixing that slider when he needed to, elevating the fastball like he always does.
What a night for the Dodgers and Shohei Ohtani. They are the first team to sweep the Reds this season, and Shohei with his first win as a Dodger. How did you feel out there tonight?
ドジャース正式に初勝利ですけども、今日マウンドではどういう気持ちでしたか？2連勝してたので、なんとかいい勝ち方してましたし、引き続き今日まず自分のゲームを作ることを心がけてマウンドに行きました。Yeah, I was trying to just do the minimum, which is like get through the 5, and I was able to do what I wanted to do as a pitcher today.
When did you know you had the feel for the curveball? In the bullpen or once the game got going?
カーブはいつ使えると思ってましたか？今日試合中なのかブルペンなのか？もうこの間の登板が終わった後に今回はカーブしっかりゲームの中で試したいなと思ってました。There was something that we talked about, before the game, after the outing, after the last outing, and wanted to incorporate it into this game.
Was your goal tonight to be less predictable, going through the lineup more than once?
今日の目的としてはなるべくパターン化しないような攻め方だったんですかと。そうですね。カーブとスプリットをしっかり投げたいなというか、試しながら投げたいなと思ってたので、いいところもあり悪いところもありでしたけど、なんとか5回までしっかり投げれたのは良かったかなと思います。Yeah, I wanted to incorporate the curveball and split. So there were some good ones in there, some bad ones in there, but the goal was to be able to throw those 2 pitches.
It was great to interview the pitcher Shohei Ohtani tonight. Congratulations on your first win wearing Dodger blue.
Thank you.
So the Dodger battery tonight was pretty good.
Yeah, it's good. Show looked good out there. Everything was working. He got in a groove, and yeah, he gave us a good quality start, gave us a chance to win.
When did you know he was on with his curveball, and was he trying to be a little bit less predictable than he was in his previous 2 starts?
Yeah, I think you said it. Just trying to be a little less predictable with the fastball, and yeah, he figured out the curveball in the first inning, and it was working really well for him. And he used it, like you said, throughout his whole start, and it was a big pitch for tonight.
What did you kind of say about the quality of Shohei's stuff? That when he first came back, obviously he's mostly fastball sweeper. The fact that he's able to be so curveball and off-speed heavy tonight and still be as effective.
Yeah, he's kind of like Yoshi in a way. He's got so many pitches, and when you throw everything in the zone or around the zone, it just makes you that much better.
Do you guys ever stop and realize what's going on nights when Ohtani's pitching? I mean, he led off 3 different times tonight after having 9 strikeouts. Are you guys, have to take a double take when you see all that transpire?
Yeah, I mean, tonight I was definitely watching. I don't know which at bat it was, but I was watching him, jog off the field and run to get his stuff and, get it ready. And, he gets it seems like he gets like an extra minute or something to warm up when he's on deck, or around the time that he's hitting when he's going out there to pitch. But I mean, it's crazy to see what he's doing, and to go out there and be lights out like he was. It's been really fun to watch.
Okay, 5 innings was a pretty important milestone for Shohei. What was it just like watching him sort of navigate that lineup?
I mean, it was great, considering that he struggled a little bit against the Reds a couple of weeks ago. He made the needed adjustments that he needed to make in order to keep him off balance. He picked and chose when he used his fastball, and it just felt like they couldn't really figure it out, and they looked like they were guessing out there. So for him to be able to complete 5 innings, it was huge for not only for him but for us as well.
You talked about being less predictable tonight. Was that something that he was conscious of coming out of his last start?
I think so, because I think if you look at his last start, there was some kind of a lot of predictable fastballs, where I thought today he used his curveball really well. I thought Dalton did a nice job and just kind of using his entire pitch mix. And early on, he just couldn't kind of get the feel for that split. But, the sweeper, the fastball, the entire pitch mix got better as the game went on.
What does it say about where Shohei's at the stage of year at, where like he can rely as heavily on the off-speed secondary stuff as he did tonight?
I think it just kind of speaks to the comfort level, being in competition game mode, being able to strike the breaking ball when he needed to. And he made some big pitches with that curveball today, but still have 100 in the tank if you need it. But just being able to use your entire pitch mix. And today was a complete performance by Shohei. And even, through 3 innings, the pitch count was up there. And so for him to find a way to get through 4 and then through 5, first time he's done it was a huge accomplishment.
Was there extra celebration in the clubhouse, Shohei, after your first win as a pitcher?
クラブハウスでプラスのお祝いはありましたか？いつも通りのお祝いをして、明日オフなのでみんなも早く帰って休みましょうということで。Yeah, normal celebration, nothing special. Tomorrow's an off day, so I think we're just going to enjoy that tomorrow.
It looked like you had a pretty different pitch mix tonight, just using more of your secondary stuff. What led to that?
球種の使い方、特に変化球が多くなりましたけども、何か理由は？もともとも決めてたので、打線の反応がどうのこうのというよりは、今日はもうカーブとスプリットを多めに投げるっていうのはあらかじめ決めてはいきました。The goal going into this game was to throw more curveball and splits regardless of the lineup, so that was my intent going into this game.
Is something you think can kind of help you as you're pitching deeper into games and facing batters a second and third time through, just being able to vary your looks a little bit more?
回数増やすことによってこういう球種の割合も変えるっていうのは一つの戦略ですかと。そうですね、それもありますし、どちらかというともう今はどちらかというと自分の状態を上げていくっていう、イニングを伸ばすのもそうですけど、リハビリ登板の段階からこう少しずつ球種も増やしていった中で、今日はカーブとスプリットをしっかりと投げ切るっていうのは、一つ自分の中の課題として相手がどうのではなくて、そういうのは課題を持ってはいきました。As we were just progressing through this just rehab in general, just aside from the innings, wanted to just really be able to incorporate other pitches. So that was really the intent going in.
Shohei Ohtani had struggled largely coming into this game, but he did not struggle tonight. For the first time this season, Sam, he goes 5 innings. He strikes out a season-high 9 batters and wins for the first time since he was an Angel.
Yeah, 2 years. 2 years. I mean, he's just too talented. I mean, the numbers didn't look good because his last 2 outings, but he's only got about 27 innings on the year. So anytime he gives up a crooked number, it's going to affect his season numbers. So that's why the ERA looks so high. But those were, 9 innings out of the 27 that he's pitched this year. These were obviously today his most complete outing of the year.
But 5 innings and 9 punch-outs. Will he be a bigger part of the plan of the rotation?
I'd have to say if he continues to do things like this, because he's going to have some extra bullets that some of these other guys don't. And to watch him get out of the last inning. It was a ground ball to first. He's running over to cover first base for the third out. He's walking back off the field. There, right here, right, what we're seeing. He remembered he got to go hit. He went over and put on about 10 different apparati and walked straight to home plate, and it hits a bullet somewhere. I mean, it is unbelievable.
It was like Little League, though.
You wouldn't be the first to talk about this, but watching what Ohtani does from both sides, and particularly how good he was on the mound. What do you see when you're watching that?
You know, it's amazing, and there's just even things like the other day we were talking. I think it was Monday. He had a side day, DH, and I mean it's not just what he's doing on the field, because that in itself is kind of absurd at times. But it's everything that goes into it that I can't. It's hard to fathom how, you know, somebody can be that dedicated and that talented to pull it off.
How was he different this than just, you guys saw him a couple weeks ago. He's kind of just coming back from everything.
Well, he didn't, you know, I think he was, I don't know if he was cramping or something that day, but, you know, when he reached back for high 90s fastball, real good breaking ball. I mean, he's got everything. He's good. And he's really tough on lefties.
ご視聴ありがとうございました。チャンネル登録と高評価よろしくお願いします。